Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even put my thing on. Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. AllBall TV. You already know the motto. They scared, but I'm not. Yeah. Hope they can hear me. Fabian PerspecTV, so accepted. Let me know if you can't hear me. See my Twitter people, YouTube people. Knicks Rehab, baby. Knicks versus 76ers. Knicks finally came off a victory off the Orlando Magic. We didn't expect that. Big game. Big game. This light's not so bad when I dim it. Tyrese Maxey, has he been ruled out? Let's look that up first. He was ruled out up until like 2 hours ago. Sixers, yeah, they're gonna be without Maxey. That's official. I like Thibodeau here talking about how talented the 76ers are with Tobias Harris still. Tobias Harris. You see with the next Knicks and 76ers, what do you expect? Knicks 2-0 against the 76ers this season. We just had like I said, come off the victory against the Orlando Magic. Nothing tragic. So far, the Knicks are 0-5 in the past 5 games following a victory since January. And that's after our 9-game winning streak in January. January, we went on a 9-game winning streak, so we won 9 in a row. Then all of a sudden, February started, and we won a game, lose a game. We won a game, lose a game. So we can't get a 2-game winning streak going in our last 5 attempts. And I definitely wanted to bring this up. Share. Oh wow, you can't pull it up. So I'll just read it off. The Knicks NBA.com power rankings. You know, obviously they dropped 10 spots from number 3 to number 13 on NBA.com. And that's John Schumann's rankings. But he makes a lot of great points here. Precious Achiuwa and Isaiah Hartenstein are combined 10 of 46 from outside the paint when they shoot. But more important to me is Achiuwa and Hartenstein they've started together, and their offense isn't bad. 118.5 points per 100 possessions and 228 total minutes. So they score 118 points per every 100 possessions. The problem is they give up 123 points, which is weird because Hartenstein and Achiuwa, you would think they would become like some sort of mini twin towers. I mean, you know, it's far-fetched, but it's there. And Brunson plays in 83% of those possessions. So it's not just having Brunson out there that can mix it up. That's the third biggest on-off differential on offense, trailing Jokic and KCP, Caldwell Pope on Denver. So you see overall the Knicks have 14.6 more points per possession, per 100 possessions with Brunson on the floor than 120.6 when they have him off the floor, 106. Right? So on the floor, Brunson is 120.6 points per possession, per 100 possessions, and when he's off the floor, it's 106. That's a big difference. Very concerning. The numbers speak to what we feel when we watch the game. Brunson, the Knicks are just a discombobulated team without him. Bill Kennedy, little tidbit, Bill Kennedy is the crew chief for the Knicks tonight. The Knicks are 2-3 when Bill Kennedy is the crew chief. Let's see. Shout out to Triple M. That's Bill Kennedy. He's a funny man. He's a funny man referee. So when he's in the game, the Knicks are 2-3 when he refs. Funny guy. I think he's hilarious. But we're 2-3, and that's not funny. There's no punchline there at all. Also, there is some I saw something with was I saw some Donovan Mitchell rumor prop up thanks to Joe Ingles. He's with the Orlando Magic, and he was here last night, obviously, but he was a former teammate of Donovan Mitchell in Utah, right? And he says, I think Joe Ingles says about Donovan Mitchell to New York rumors. I think when there was talk about him coming to New York, the team wasn't doing that great, but it still wouldn't surprise me. He's a New York kid. Whoa. 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 I don't know how you guys feel about it, the whole Donovan Mitchell thing still. But it looks like to me that Donovan Mitchell is like he's at least willing to wait for free agency, which is cool for me. I don't want to trade a whole bunch of picks for him to the Cavaliers. It looks like he could be doing the Cavs dirty. That's on them. That's the messed up part of the business. If he comes here as a free agent and you replace DiVincenzo at the starting two guard, that's different. I think that's tough. You keep Mitchell Robinson, you keep all these other guys. I don't know how you sign everybody. I don't know how that works. Hopefully it does work. But I mean, you add that to this, people will start talking championship even more. Like they'll be more impressed with having Donovan Mitchell there. I just don't know how the ball moves around. He shoots 10 threes a game, so we see that with DiVincenzo. And I call DiVincenzo like a poor man's Devin Booker. He's just a poor man's two guard in general, right? Like if you have DiVincenzo out there shooting 15 3-pointers a game, Mitchell shoots 10 3-pointers a game, and he's an even more athletic version of DiVincenzo. Defensively, is DiVincenzo better? He might be better than Donovan Mitchell. But just dynamic. I think Donovan Mitchell would be just a way better version of DiVincenzo at this point. I think we all agree with that. But Joe Ingles is the one sparking that kind of rumor. At this point, if you add Donovan Mitchell to the mix, you can just add more artillery against the Boston Celtics, against the Milwaukee Bucks, who just beat the Clippers today, which is they're crazy. They're gonna be up and down, they're inconsistent, and that's them fully healthy, right? Like they're not missing any pieces. The Bucks fully healthy can't really keep up a consistent 3-game winning streak, and we can't even win 2 in a row since January. Crazy. The 76ers are without Maxey again. So that's 3 games in a row that he's missed or more. And the Sixers haven't been able to get to 100 at least 110 points in the last 3 games. I'm sure that's gonna hurt them. They're missing him a lot, clearly. I mean, with the Embiid thing, the Sixers are what, in 8th place? Let me see. Sixers are in 7th. I think half a game back. Let's see. What is NBA standings? The 76ers are. I want to show you guys what I'm seeing because I don't like what you guys don't see. See here. Knicks are in 4th, 76ers in 7th. So they're in the play-in territory. All right. With Maxey there, let's see, Sixers are 3-7 in their last 10. They lost their last 3, but they're not able to score 110 points. This is tough because if they lose another game, now you're behind or tied with the Pacers in the loss column. Is it possible that they slip to the Bulls-Hawks territory? Because they're 11 wins away from the Nets. So they're 11 wins away at least from out of the playoffs. But if you're a Sixers fan, would you want to be in this as a play-in team? Would you want to be a play-in team with Joel Embiid hurt again? How competitive would you be? If you play the Pacers or Bulls, it's going to be crazy competitive. The Bulls are a team you cannot not show up for. The Hawks, maybe, and the Pacers, they play at a pace, no pun intended, that I don't know if you can keep up with either. That's tough. And the Knicks, on the other hand, on the flip side, that win against Orlando separates us by half a game now. But we have one. We're up 1 in the loss column. So that, the next game will be 38-26, and then we'll see what the Magic do with their next game. And we're 2 games above the Heat. The Heat are 7-3 in their last 10. What did I say that was? The Magic are 8-2 in their last 10. The Celtics are 8-2 in their last 10. They just beat Phoenix last night. That was a great game. Kevin Durant was killing them. And the Bucks are 7-3. They're storming back as well. So we're 4-6 in our last 10, trying to get to 500. Also trying to win 2 in a row for the first time since January. We can't do it. We don't have the power. But I had the same fears that the 76ers did, right? We had the same fears that the Sixers did in terms of we had all these injuries, and we're still not in the same place as the 76ers. And again, if I don't care how much of a fan of Joel Embiid you are, if you're a Knicks fan, there's no way you want Joel Embiid at this point because they're going to want a lot. And the 76ers are going to have only 3 players signed in the offseason. So they're going to have a bunch of free agent money after that trade for James Harden. It gives them a bunch of guys on the last year of their contract. And Daryl Morey is going to really reload his team up and with his DNA on it. And I don't think we want that as a Knicks fan base. We don't need a Joel Embiid. I'd rather add a Donovan Mitchell via free agency. Again, I'm not making this up. Joe Ingles came out last night and he said he wouldn't be surprised if Donovan Mitchell wants to join New York again, even though all the trade talk is off. If you're a Knicks fan, there's no way you want Joel Embiid here, especially seeing what he can do if he depletes your team. Daryl Morey's not going to give him up for nothing. He's going to want draft picks. He's going to want to deplete the team. And I would have thought we would have been in the Sixers territory. And we basically are. We're 2 games ahead of them in the loss column. We can make it 3 with a victory today. We can make it 2 in a row for the first time since January. Niggas game coming on right now. I led you right into there. Wink, wink. I got the hoodie on and the glasses on. Knicks Rehab, baby. Short and sweet. Enjoy the game. AllBall TV. You already know the motto. They scared, but I'm not.